It's here, the big 4. Oh, yes, episode 40 of Worth the Calories. We must be over a year now, or around a year, because I don't do one at Christmas. I don't do one when I go on holiday. Saying that though, actually, no, I have done some when I'm on holiday. Maybe not quite at the 12-month mark. I can't remember when I did the first one, but we've got to be getting close. Anyway, we're at episode 40 of the series where I potentially waste my calories, so you definitely don't need to. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, it is a little bit subjective. Just because I like something doesn't mean you're necessarily going to like something, because I'm not exactly the fussiest person when it comes to food. Anyway, you get the gist. You know where I'm coming from. First one. M&S. We've been to M&S. In fact, I went to M&S in January. I bought this, I think, in January, and it is sat in my cupboard. Spiced coconut chicken bowl. Yes, in my cupboard. Not in a fridge. And that is why I bought this one, because, yeah, it literally has a date on it of 12/25, and it doesn't need to be refrigerated. Now, that might not be for everyone's taste, but for me personally, if something like this is decent, it is a great backup. You can have it in your cupboard, you can have it in your drawer at work in case you forget your lunch. Long shelf life is never, or isn't necessarily, a bad thing, easy to take with you if you work on site somewhere. You just need a microwave, and it literally takes 1 minute, 30 seconds in the microwave. Leave it to stand for a minute, and boom. Oh no, it doesn't. No, hang on. Before you start not reading the instructions and just taking my advice, if you buy one, remove sleeve, pierce film several times, cook on high 1 minute 30. Stir halfway through and recover with film. So it is. So it's basically cook it for 45 seconds, give it a stir, ping it again for 45 seconds, and get it in there. High in protein, 318 calories a pack. It only gives you the stuff per 100 grams. So let me get my maths head on. 100 grams gives you 7.3 grams of protein, which is 21.9. We're just going to round it up. 22 grams of protein for 318 calories. Fiber's 2.3 grams. So 7 grams of fiber, 22 grams of protein for 318 calories. That is pretty decent. Anyway, yeah, I reckon it's been in my cupboard for 5 months or so. It's still perfectly sealed, so I assume it's all right. Let's bring it in the microwave and find out. And here we go, one little tub of Nuta slop, basically. I know that doesn't make it sound very appetizing, but that is kind of what it is, if I'm being honest with you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it to sit for a minute because it is flipping hot. I have actually done it for 2 minutes. And do you know what? In all honesty, I'll read out what it is. It basically says cooked white rice, chicken, water chestnuts, butternut squash, and kale in a coconut, ginger, and lemongrass curry, which sounds really, really good. And I'm not going to lie, actually smells really, really good. I read through the ingredients. Things like this don't bother me. Additives, preservatives are not as detrimental to our health as a lot of people make out on social media. Like anything, it's overconsumption of things. But with this having a shelf life of at least a year, I was expecting that there was going to be quite a lot of added bits and pieces in there. That actually isn't anything in there, like preservatives and stuff. It's not even that high in salt, really. 1.4 grams. I'm not saying that's stupidly low, but it's not ridiculous. I did the peri chicken protein ready meal from ALDI last episode, and that was like double what this has got. So it's obviously just an airtight sealed container, which is actually, tinned food. It's one of the best ways to preserve things. Anyway, there we go. I can't remember what it cost. It was ages ago since I bought it. Let's get into it and see what it's like. I'm not going to lie, that is pretty decent. That genuinely is pretty decent. I mean, look, I'm not really surprised it's M&S. It's very, very rare you get something from M&S that isn't decent. But yeah, spiced coconut chicken bowl. Chicken's very tender. Doesn't feel like chicken breast. It feels more like maybe a slightly darker meat. It's not the biggest pot in the world, but at 300 grams, it's not the smallest either. You can't really tell the butternut squash, the kale. It is all just kind of all mixed in together. I actually like that we've got a bit of water chestnut. Water chestnuts aren't actually my favourite thing, but that is nice. For me personally, this is my own personal preference, and I'm like this with so many things. You'll know that if you're a regular viewer. A pinch of Susie wouldn't go amiss. But yeah, that is lovely. It is actually really, really good. I'm going to polish the rest of this off. This is going to be the main part of my dinner. I'm going to have something else, another review coming up, which I'll show you shortly. Something else from M&S as well. But yeah, M&S have impressed, and definitely something like that. Like I say, back at your cupboard, in your drawer at work in case you forget your lunch, something on site, just need a microwave to ping it. That is a good option to keep you on track. And 218 calories, very calorie controlled, reasonable amount of protein, reasonable amount of fibre, tastes decent. That is an 8 out of 10, definitely worth the calories. Right, we've polished off the spiced coconut chicken bowl. I did add a bit of Susie to it. I also added a little blob of mango chutney, which definitely took it up to another level. But yeah, that was really good. Now I did say, and this is number 2 for this episode of Worth the Calories, we've got something else coming in from M&S because this was only 318 calories. I've got my hand on this 6-ingredient cereal. This went viral maybe a month or so ago. Obviously, a lot of people in this day and age, oh, it's got additives, it's got preservatives. I did talk about that with the spiced coconut chicken bowl. Anyway, we've got some Choco Hoops from M&S. Only 6 ingredients. So again, no additives, no preservatives. We've basically got oat flour, corn flour, brown rice flour, so 3 types of flour, some date syrup, that's where your sugar's coming from, some cocoa powder, and a little bit of salt. Now I'm going to compare these in terms of like calories and stuff like that to Wheatos, because that's what these are. I think I compared the cereal we did in the last episode, the Kellogg's ones, to Wheatos. These are definitely a Wheatos comparison. So, for 50 grams, which is what I'm going to eat, 203 calories for these. Wheatos are 189, so these are slightly more calories. This has got 4.5 grams of protein. The Wheatos has 4.3, so this isn't a protein cereal or anything like that. It's just a standard cereal, so that's very, very similar. Fibre, 2.5 grams in this. There's 3.5 grams in Wheatos, so Wheatos has more fibre. Sugar, though, this has just 4.2 grams per 50 grams, and Wheatos has 9.5, so it's got over half the amount of sugar. But do you know what? Again, things like that, sugar is only bad if you overconsume it. When I'm eating breakfast cereal, I don't mind it having a bit of sugar in because breakfast cereal should have some sugar in. So, yeah. Are these really any healthier than just buying Wheatos? £2.50 a box, by the way, for 300 grams. In all honesty, I suppose, you know, if you've got issues where consumption of sugar, and these have 4.2 grams of sugar, and it is a natural sugar, it is going to be fructose because it's from date syrup rather than added sugar. Anyway, for me personally, for the amount I eat cereal, I personally don't think these really are too much of a difference than your old Wheatos. But, you know, for some people, do you know what? I'm not going to pour 50 grams in. I did say I was going to have 50 grams. I'm not. I'm just going to have the recommended serving size, 30 grams, in case I don't like them. They do look a bit not exciting me. Let me try them like raw. Right. Let's bang a bit of milk on and see where we're at. Spirit acquired. Right. So I've had some raw. Well, I say, raw. No, with no milk on. Not going to tell you just yet. They literally don't taste of anything. They're basically cardboard. There's more chocolate in my left big toe than there is in this bowl. Oh. I'm eating them because I bought them. Am I enjoying them? No. They are absolutely shocking. I'm eating them because I don't like wasting food, but they will disappear off the shelves as quickly as they have appeared. There's no wonder they were left there, because anyone that buys a box of them that thinks, oh, let's go and get another box of them, there's something wrong with you. They are absolutely cat. Like I say, the amount we should be eating, cereal anyway. If I want to have cereal, I literally have cereal once a week generally. Because, it's not the most nutritious thing in the world. It's not the most filling thing in the world. But I do enjoy it. That is just cack. Absolutely awful. Get your Wheatos. Have them once a week. Don't overconsume them. And do not be wasting £2.50. That is honestly one of the most blandest, cardboard tasting, chocolate flavoured oat, maize and brown rice hoops. Nothing chocolatey about them. Sweetened with date syrup. Nothing sweet about them. Just a box of cardboard. 1 out of 10. Worth the calories. Save your money. Save your calories. Have a bowl of Wheatos once a week. It's absolutely fine. Oh, worth the calories? No. I'm just following on. I did these in the last episode, and I think I said these weren't worth the calories. These, compared to these, well, these make these taste like 1990 Cocoa Pops. They were absolutely amazing, that had everything in them that they shouldn't have had. Yeah. Can't believe I'm going to say this. I think this is something, and I never do this because I hate wasting food. I think I'm actually going to chuck these in the bin. Right, time for number 3 of this episode of Worth the Calories. Last week we did the Peri Peri King Kebab from ALDI. I posted it on my socials, and a lot of people said the butter chicken one is better. So this week we have got the butter chicken one. I have pre-cooked it because it is like an hour. I think I've done this actually for an hour and 50, because some people said cook it for a bit longer. It says an hour and 35. I've done it for an hour and 50. Again, 924 grams, so it's a big chunk of meat. Enough probably for a good 4 people or so. Quarter of a pack is 342 calories for 40 grams of protein. So it is a bit more calorific than the Peri Peri King Kebab. And I'll tell you why. It's a lot greasier. Probably because it's buttered chicken. So when I did the Peri Peri one last week, there was a load of sauce in the bottom of the container. What I actually did was I chopped up all the chicken, whacked it back in the container and mixed it in. In the bottom of this container, I don't think you can see, I don't think I can show it here without tipping out. There is just a lot of grease. Now, don't get me wrong, that will be a lot of flavour, but I don't want the calories of that. So I'm not going to go in with it. I'm not going to sort of chop it up and mix it in with that. Like I say, flavour-wise, yes, but I don't want the calories, and I don't want the grease, to be honest with you. Anyway, I've got some here. I assume it's just the same as the other one. Skinless and boneless chicken drum and thigh meat pieces in a butter-style chicken. So, Indian theme. Peri Peri last time, Indian theme for this one. This is meant to be mild. Everyone says it's very good. Well, let me be the judge of that. Second dip. That is beautiful. I thought the Peri Peri one was good. That is just as good, to be honest with you. The Peri Peri one was a 10 out of 10. That is absolutely banging. I have just seen, I'm not going to go in with the grease, but I have just seen a couple of like chicken bits sat in here. And I just know how flavourful they're going to be. There's not much more else to say. I'm going to have a quarter of that on some rice with some broccoli. It'd be amazing on a pita bread with a bit of mango chutney. It's definitely Indian themed. Wow. Absolutely just a massive flavour bomb. And really, a quarter of them for 342 calories. I know it's not the lowest, leanest protein in the world, but it's not bad. You're still getting 40 grams of protein in there. You just need to have it with, I'm having a quarter of that. We're going to have some rice, have some broccoli, maybe a little bit of mango chutney. It's going to be just over 600 calories. And it is absolutely delicious. King Kebab, both of them. This is another 10 out of 10. 100% worth the calories. Right, I've just polished off my butter chicken. And we're going to go straight in with number 4. Why? Because I fancy something sweet. And I've grabbed these in ALDI this week. Neapolitan wafers. So basically you've got strawberry vanilla, chocolate ice cream in between 2 wafers. And why these caught my eye? They're 102 calories each, which is just really good portion control if you fancy something a bit sweet like I do now after me tea. I actually have had these before, but not like this. If you are a regular at ALDI, they do wafers and half of them are covered in chocolate. And the calories of those are like 145, which is still very, very good. But ALDI have now, for the Neapolitan ones, ditched the chocolate, which for me personally, I don't mind because you're still getting something a bit sweet. You're getting something ice creamy, which is great this time of year. And it is saving you over 40 calories. So just 102 calories, and the portion is pretty decent. So although I have had a Neapolitan wafer before from ALDI, I've not had it like this. They might have changed the ice cream a little bit. I have no idea. Is there any gubbins to read on it? I don't think there is. I think I've described what it is. Chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla flavoured ice cream between wafers. Dead simple. Right, let's go in. Absolutely lovely. The chocolate ice cream is extremely chocolatey, which is why you don't really need that chocolate cover. I mean, don't get me wrong. Can't be wrong with chocolate, can you? But you know what I mean? I'd rather save those calories because that's lovely and chocolatey. That is lovely and strawberry. And the vanilla ice cream in the middle is just what it is. And as it's in between 2 wafers, it's dead easy to eat. Absolutely banged him. Great way to spend 102 calories on something sweet. They are lovely. Neapolitan wafers, they are getting a strong 8.3 out of 10. Worth 102 calories, 100%. Right, last up for this episode of Worth the Calories. I have lost count, but I think this is number 5. We've got the lamb kofta kit from ALDI. So 2, maybe 3 episodes ago, I did the doner kit and thought it was superb. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say this is really healthy. I'm not trying to say it's got a great amount of protein or fibre in it, because it hasn't. What this is a great calorie controlled option if you are fancying something like a fakeaway. So, not everything we eat has to be stupidly high in protein, has to be high in fibre. The majority of our diet should be to help us stay fuller for longer. But every now and then we can enjoy something like this. So, it's brand new. The doner one was sensational. Really, really good. I don't see how this could be as good. But you never know. I'm not going to, say too much until I've tried it. If it is as good as the doner one, I'm in for a treat. What have we got in the box? Now, this was something I was kind of a little bit sceptical about, I suppose. Is that the right word? I don't know. So we've got 4 of these lamb koftas. Please excuse the dogs barking if you heard that. We've got 4 of these lamb koftas, and I'm just like, yeah, is that going to be a little bit lacking on the meat front? Don't get me wrong, there's probably the same meat there as the doner meat, but the doner meat, because it's all sliced up, it felt like on there. Anyway, we've got lamb koftas, we've got some chips. I assume we got the same flatbreads, which was superb. And then instead of having a chili sauce, we've got a roasted pepper sauce, I think it is. Roast red pepper sauce. I just say on the box there, why not try with grilled halloumi and pickled red onion? Wish I got some halloumi. I think I have got some pickled onions though. So, as they've recommended that, we'll whack some of those on. I've also got a salad kit as well, because it is going to be my lunch. Anyway, you know, I'm waffling now. Let's get this in the air fryer. How do we cook it? It says it takes 16 minutes. Remove fries from packaging and place on one side of a baking tray. Cook for 6 minutes. Remove from the oven and shake. Remove lamb koftas from packaging and place on the other side of the baking tray. Return to the oven and cook for a further 6 minutes. I assume that's with the fries. So I assume the koftas take 6 minutes, the fries take 12 minutes. I'm going to do them in the air fryer anyway. Turn the koftas and shake the fries. Remove the flatbreads from packaging. Add to the baking tray. Right, okay, so steps along the way. Anyway, I shall be back. Should we do an instant one? I will be back. Now, yes, we are straight back. We're not. We're back after about 15 minutes. But anyway, here we go. We've got our lamb koftas. Now, what I've done with the koftas is I have sliced them in half, so they're a bit more even. And, I nearly ate that then. No, Neil, you're not allowed to eat it. That nearly went straight in. I'm eating a little bit of salad because I've gone against my own rules here. So normally, I try it as it is. That's how we judge things. I've done one just as the kit, but as it did say on the kit, and there is picture on here of salad, and it does say about pink pickled onions. I've done one how I would actually have it as a fake away, which is some salad, some pink pickled onions, the sauce that come with the kit, and some lighter than light mayonnaise on there as well. So we're going to try both. Now, this is called Worth the Calories, and you might be sat there going, Neil, we don't know what the calories are, Chief. I did realise that. Sorry. As I was cooking it, I was like, I'm not talking about the calories. Anyway, 1 flatbread, koftas, chips, sauce, 324. So for 2, 648, which I think is bang on the same as the doner. You're only getting about 22 grams of protein. Again, this isn't a high protein thing. 22 grams of protein. 3.6 grams of fibre. Obviously, adding some salad will bump that fibre up. You could add a little bit of chicken on here as well. Maybe get the My Protein chicken shawarma. Whack a bit of that on. Anyway, there we go. Anyway, the whole kit, the box is 648 calories. Right, let's do the first one. So we've got our koftas, chips, and just that red pepper sauce. I've literally got 2 dogs down here that are like drooling. Like, come on! Are you getting some of that or what? No, you're getting your dinner very, very shortly. Right, let's get into this. I don't feel like I got much of that sauce, so I'm just going to get a chip with some. Very nice. The lamb koftas actually are really, really tasty. They've got a bit of spice to them. They've got some mint in there as well. Flatbread's the same as the doner one. Excellent. Chips are the same. I actually prefer that red pepper sauce to the chili sauce that came with the doner kebab one. Very, very nice indeed. I prefer the doner meat, but they're still really, really good. Right, let's try this fully loaded one. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So this is literally everything with salad and some mayo on it as well, and some pink pickled onions. Let's see if we can get the lot in there. I'm sure I can with this trap. The salad, the pink pickled onions, a bit of mayo. Definitely takes up a level. Absolutely delicious. It's fine as it is. So you're coming in from the pub and you've had a few chickens and you don't really want to chop any salad up, but you're not interested in salad. Then whack it in. get it on your plate and eat it. But if you're having this more as a fake, or you want something a bit more filling, yeah, a bit of salad, some pink pickled onions. Oh, bit of halloumi, it'd be amazing on there. Obviously, that would bump the calories up a bit. Yeah, lovely. Is it as good as the doner one? I gave the doner one a 10 out of 10. Not quite. You know, if someone said you can only have one, doner or kofta, I would choose the doner one. But the kofta is still very, very good and a great option. It's not a million miles behind. I'm telling you that now. Yeah, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. Worth the calories. Absolutely it is. And there we go. That's us for another episode. I'm still chewing a bit of lettuce here. I'm going to go and finish the rest of this kofta kebab kit thing off. Episode 40. Done and dusted. Have you tried anything? As always, let me know if you agree with what I say, or is there something you are looking forward to trying. Make sure you subscribe if you don't already, but I assume if you've made it this far in the video, you do subscribe. And yeah, that's me. I'm going to feed the dogs. I'm going to get this down my neck. So until I see you next time, make sure you are bossing your weight loss.